Hey guys, it's me, Christy Lee. Today is Tuesday, November 15th. Tomorrow is my oldest son's 15th birthday. That's insane. Anyway, so we are back out at the same job. The video I uploaded this morning about the giant apple snail, that's where I found it. And I am so excited. We didn't get home till 8 o'clock last night, so we didn't get to do anything with the plants or the snail eggs or anything. Today might be an early day, and I am so excited to get home, because not only because of the stuff I found yesterday, but all this morning I've been watching videos on YouTube about how to build a tank using things found in the wild, and lots of videos of people going to creeks and dry riverbeds and collecting different kinds of plant species that can be submerged in tanks. People finding all different kinds of driftwoods, all the processes for cleaning those things, making your own decorations, how to glue things together, what kinds of glue. So all this information I have in my brain right now, and I am just dying to get home, because the other day when we went out trying to metal detect, I went off into the woods, as I normally do, just checking things out. You guys actually saw, it was the video with the tree that was bent and really long, the long, skinny, bent tree. Right in front of that, a couple of feet away to the right, there was an old cypress tree, I think, that had fallen, and it just made this beautiful piece of driftwood. Huge, way too big for my tank. I think someone would need like a maybe 500 gallon or something tank like that. Maybe 500 gallons is bigger than I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but it definitely would not fit in my tank. But there was lots of other smaller pieces that would fit in my tank. And now that I know that it's safe to do this, I cannot wait to go out and start collecting. And then there's a couple of streams that are not too far away from our house that I would like to go down to and collect some plants. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Also, I just read that there are, would you call it a colony? People down in South Florida, Miami-Dade County, Hillsborough County, where I moved from, I guess have either lost or set free their pet chameleons. There are two different species of chameleons that have been set free or escaped and have started breeding in South Florida, and you can find them in the wild. And if I would have known this when I was living in Tampa, because I've always wanted a chameleon. My mom had one when I was a kid. Unfortunately, she didn't really know much about caring for them, so I don't think we had it for very long. But I have wanted a chameleon for so long, and some of the pictures of the size of these chameleons that people are going out into the woods and finding, and they're like friendly, like will come right up to you and go home with you. They're huge, they're beautiful, and man, if I would have known that when I was living in Tampa, I would have been out in the woods all the time. Like, I would not have, if I knew half of the stuff that I know now, I would have never been bored. Anyway, so that is really exciting to me. Maybe when I go visit Tampa, I will go out to the woods and try to find some chameleons. But I have a question for you guys. So I don't have any more pumps for my fish tanks. If I'm going to do another fish tank, I was thinking about making a bigger one, maybe an outdoor one. I might keep it inside since it's getting cold. Using a big Rubbermaid bin like you would use to store stuff. I have tons of them. I was thinking about using one of those to set up this natural native fish tank. Sorry, excuse me, but I don't have any more water pumps, and I don't have money to buy any. So my question to you is, those pumps that you use for that, is it the same thing as like this, the pumps that you would buy to fill up air in your tire? or the nebulizers that you would use for asthma treatments. Not the little pumps, but the actual machines, the nebulizers with the tubes and the big breathing apparatus that you wear. Because all those are is just air pumps, right? They're just pumping air at a certain pressure through the line, correct? Could I use, because my nebulizer is no longer functioning for its intended purpose, and the face part of it broke, and it's not putting out enough pressure to, I guess, vaporize or whatever it does to my medication. It's not doing its job for that anymore, and it's very, very old. I would say at least 10 years old, 12, maybe more. Could I turn that into a pump that I could use on this aquarium just by hooking up some plastic hoses to it? That's my question for you. Maybe I'll look it up online, but if you happen to know, I would appreciate your input. Last night, after I finished out my vlog video and I was editing, I was watching video, and I looked up at this street light in the parking lot, and I saw what looked like giant insects flying in the light, until I realized that they were bats. Now, 2 or 3 days prior to this, I was walking along the building, going to use the restroom, and I heard bats. It sounded like they were coming from an empty office building, and I kept looking around everywhere. I couldn't see them. I could hear them. Well, so I got out of the truck and I walked up to these huge insects that I realized that they were bats before I got up to them, but they're flying into and out of the very top of the building. There's like, at the edge of the building, there's this metal cap piece that goes over the brick, and there's a little tiny opening, very small opening, and the bats were flying in and out of, like, they'd fly and hit the wall, and then they would wiggle up into this thing. Like, it's even looking at it today, it looks too small for anything to fit into, but they were doing it. I got some video of them flying around, and I'm gonna put that in right here. We are just getting off of work. It wasn't an early day as we previously thought it was going to be. Did I mention that he worked 12 hours yesterday? He's still so tired and sore. We left the first job, went to another job, and then he got off actually an hour early, but that's because they had to come to the shop to unload the truck. And then I think we're heading home. And I'm so excited. I get to go out, and I'm going to show you guys the driftwood I found. And I might, if I can get him to follow me down to the creek or the river, the creek, whatever, to wash my back so I can go searching for plants and things like that, because I'm always scared that there might be someone living under the bridge, or there might be snakes and things like that. I need somebody to keep an eye out on me while I'm looking around, because I won't be paying attention. And then also I just discovered 360 videos. If you haven't checked those out, if you're using the YouTube app on your mobile device, you can touch the screen and move the videos around. It's really cool. Are we ready?
Let's get up out of here. So.
Alright, so we are out here on this property. I'm going to take you guys to see this driftwood. Oh, there it is. Thought it was gone. Thought somebody beat me to it. I got Eric somewhere over there with me because I'm scared of the boogie monster. I never was until I started dating him. Before him, I would walk anywhere alone. I wasn't scared, but he's convinced me that the world is too dangerous for that. So now he's got to come with me. But okay, I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see these pieces of wood. Ooh, the mosquitoes are bad. Always horrible. So there's the first piece. It's very, very large. There's no way I could do anything with that. Oh my God, these mosquitoes. And then here is the other piece. It's a shame. It's such a lovely piece. It's just too big for me. It's light. I could carry it if I wanted to. Oh, that's too big. I hope there's at least one piece I could use. That's smaller. There's a giant spider attached to it. Here's another piece. And another piece. So, unfortunately, I don't see any small enough for me to use. And that's sad because I've been waiting all day. I couldn't wait to get home. And then I had to convince Eric to come with me. And now I'm gonna look more. Maybe there's more somewhere else. As long as these mosquitoes don't murder me. I really need to get some spray. What kind of crazy creature is this? This is what I found in our bed once. I read somewhere it's very poisonous or something. Now that piece. That's pretty interesting, huh? Definitely will need to be boiled and all that stuff for a long time because it would definitely leach. So I don't know if this is what these are, but we used to call these, all these little things sticking up out of the ground, cypress knees. This definitely looks like it used to be underwater, even recently, because everything's just so wet. And it's kind of creepy out here by myself. I told Eric to come a little closer to me with his metal detecting because I didn't want to be too far away from it. You can tell that there was people living back here. They've made campsites. I always set my pieces of wood down somewhere, and I bet you I've lost them now. What's in here? Like this piece. Oh, but that's soft. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's soft wood. Well, that sucks. Okay. Is this a Kerr? That's a Kerr Mason. I'm gonna take that home. I like to come out here. There's lots of bottles and stuff. I think there's another one over here. What's this one? Oh, that doesn't look like a Kerr. I don't know what that is. Sorry if I'm making anyone dizzy. Oh, there's a My Little Pony. A giant Budweiser bottle. I'm not really seeing a whole lot out here. I've got a couple pieces, and I think I'm just gonna stick with that and go home because I'm totally creeped out right now. Thanks, Bada. I'm telling you, I lived in the woods as a kid, even as a teenager. I was never scared. I'd walk through the woods in the middle of the night. But now, it freaks me out. Yeah, tell me this wasn't like a marsh or something. This is, you can see the dark at the bottom of the trees. I am way back here. Lord have mercy, please watch after me. There's more modern bottles back here, so I think people have been back here. And that's what creeps me out. It's not really the animals, it's the people. Not saying that everyone who stays in the woods is a bad person, but you never know. And it's scary. I need to get a weapon. I need to get a weapon. There's a, I don't know what that is. Lots and lots of beer bottles back here. Lots and lots and lots. Let's see if I can make my way back to where I set my pieces of wood down at. I'm gonna go with probably not, because I was not paying attention. What kind of tree is that? Or look at this. This looks like a volcano. That's really neat. I wish I could find a tiny one of those. That would be cool. Some moss-covered bricks. I find lots of terracotta clay pipes out here. I guess they used to use. Alright, let me try to find my way back to where I was. I mean, at least I know my way out of the woods, but I'm actually really lost right now.
You're what?
Filming. Alright guys, so Eric just found a wheat penny in decent condition for, it's a 1951. I don't know if you can see that. And then he found a piece to a little train. And a bunch of copper pennies, and then this spoon handle or fork handle, I'm not sure, but it just says W.M. Rogers overlaid, and then right here it says I.S. It looks like it's silver plated. I would love to find a silver one. You can see the copper underneath somewhere right here. W.M. Rogers makes a lot of utensils. Alright, I think that's it for today, guys. I didn't find much driftwood. I think I showed you all the pieces that I found. It's going to be a long process of getting them cleaned up correctly. Also, we found all of our little plastic tanks that we used to keep the fish in before we got real tanks. And I washed all those up, and I think we're gonna set those up. And Eric is going to make some kind of hatchery for the snail eggs. So I'll show you all of that stuff when we get around to doing it. Other than that, it's kind of a short, boring vlog today, guys, but that's how it is sometimes. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you for always being here. I love you. See you later.